An actor known for being Elf's boss in the classic Christmas movie faced a Hillsborough County judge today. He's charged with contempt of court after not making child support payments, but he was released today on time served. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank joins us in the newsroom now with more on the challenges this actor's facing. Evan.
Faizon Love is living a hard life. His royalty checks from Elf are generally over $10,000. But that's what he lives on for the entire year. His car is from 1999, and he's had to live in it for a month at a time. Here he is in court today as he faced charges of contempt. He sat in a wheelchair as he explained to a judge that he has so little income, there's no way to pay child support to a woman who lives in Tampa. The judge sentenced him to time already served, which in this case is 16 days. Now he must file the appropriate paperwork to avoid being charged again. He owes $250,000 in child support payments, but he told the judge that he's gone his entire years without making any income. Entire years. He was even supposed to work on a movie this week, but could not because he was in jail.
And they're painting him as a complete villain, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. I mean, in this situation, he's in a bad situation. He's in a bad spot. I mean, you heard the testimony. He was homeless. He lived in his car. That's how the mighty have fallen, you know. So I think he wants to act. He wants to write. He has contacts in the business, and hopefully he's able to get more gigs.
Thank you. I think a group of women came up with child support, bro, at the end of the day, because that system's so rigged, man. It's all in favor of a woman, bro. Now, I done talked about this before with people, man, and they always tell me, like, no, well, men can put women on there, too, or whatever. And I get that or whatever, but realistically, like, what man, you know, like, real man, stand-up man, you know what I'm saying, gonna put their baby mama on child support, you know what I'm saying? Just realistically, like, because I look at it like this. If I'm this child's father, it's my job to make sure my child's straight. I ain't got no business depending on nobody else for nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm a man, so that's my job. I ain't even finna look for no help. You know what I'm saying? So why would I put my baby mama on child support knowing if things don't go well, you know what I'm saying, she could be locked up? Now, what I'm gonna explain to my son or my baby or my daughter? Your mama in jail because she couldn't help me take care of you. That don't even sound right coming from a man, bro. So at the end of the day, I feel like that system rigged and it's in favor of women. You know what I'm saying? Now, Faizon on the other end, bro, I ain't never in favor of nobody losing their bag, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the worst things, you know what I'm saying, that could happen to anybody. I done been in that situation a few times, bro, and it ain't a pretty feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, my thing, like, shit, you know what I'm saying, you losing your bag, I know that's kind of fucked up or whatever, but few years ago, blood was up, you know what I'm saying? He was talking reckless about everybody, you know what I'm saying? And just being realistic, man, like when you up, you don't look down on others. And because God will show you what it's like to be back down, you know what I'm saying, where you was before you came up, you know what I'm saying? But some people lose themselves, and I think that's what ended up happening to him when he went on his little rant, dogging out Country Wayne and Cat Williams and whoever, them comedians or whatever, trying to act like, basically like they ain't getting no money. The money that they making is whatever, and I get paid off residuals. He was doing all that because I'm assuming he was up at the time, and this is why you don't look down on nobody, bro, because you never know what the future may hold. And fast forward a few years later, he in a bad situation, bro. He getting locked up because he can't afford to pay child support. Not only that, they talking about this man going whole years without making money or whatever. Like, what are you doing? You ain't trying to find no job or nothing, bro. Like, at some point you got to realize, man, hey, I ain't what I once was. It's time for me to get off my ass and go find me a job, bro. Bottom line, I got responsibilities out here. I got things I got to do. And, you know what I'm saying, people I probably need to take care of. One is my child, you know what I'm saying? So if you know that as a man, you can't be going no years without making no money, bro. Sometimes you got to swallow that pride. You might have to go back to McDonald's and do what you got to do till you can get back on your feet. And that's just how it is. But let's see what else they're saying in the video, bro.
Lawyer expects him to go back to California to live with his friend who pays all of his bills. Now they're going to have to go through and report all of his income and file the paperwork that a previous attorney apparently neglected. If he does not submit his paperwork, he would face another jail sentence. The hope now is that acting will once again pay the bills for him and his children. And Haley, it was devastating to see him say today that he was shocked that it was getting media coverage, and he was definitely disappointed about all the attention this has gotten. So let's see if things change for him.
Well, so many people have enjoyed his work over the years of all ages, and it is a shame to see what he's going through. But yeah, hopefully better days are ahead for him and everyone involved.
Yeah, man, hopefully he could get back on his feet, bro. But this is what I be talking about all the time when I be saying, like, it's time for us to learn what to do with our money, bro. This is another prime example right here. Like, at once you was up, I'm pretty assuming you had to be up pretty good. I don't know how many millions of dollars you made, but for you to owe 250 grand in child support, you had to be making some bread. So this is another prime example of that. Like, you up. You need to learn what to do with your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so many cases of this, bro. It's really sad. You know what I'm saying? That we still in the positions where we ain't willing to take. We willing to go get the money, but we ain't willing to sit down and actually learn what we need to do to keep it coming in. You know what I'm saying? Instead, we want these extravagant lifestyles to the point where I'm over here balling out. I want people to look at me doing this. I'm on a trip here other day, every other month. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You doing this and doing that, blowing all your money, and then it ain't coming in like it used to come in. Now you broke. You sitting down looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a good feeling, bro. It's not a great feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And like sports players, actors, just about all of them just about go through this little phase where it's like they get money and next thing you know, you look up like these folks broke. And I be wondering, like, who did they have around them, bro? Like, you ain't had nobody around you, like no type of financial advisors trying to teach you what to do with your money. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way you making millions of dollars and can't get these type of people around. Somebody can help you out, man. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me that by you not doing that, either you don't care for the knowledge or you flat dumb at this point, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is a situation right here where, like, there's no excuse for you to be broke and then, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously he was up 2-3 years ago, because I remember when he was talking, he was all over Vlad TV talking crazy about Country Wayne them making $50,000 a month or whatever they was making, millions of dollars, and he was acting like that wasn't even no money. Like, man, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You was doing that. So if you was up a few years ago, what happened from then to now? You know what I'm saying? It's only 2026, bro. You know, like what happened from then to now that you this broke? You living in your car and ain't made money in years, and how many years was it? Because you was just talking like you was the big shot. You know what I'm saying? I remember it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember Cat Williams when I was Shannon Sharp talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was basically saying that his specials wasn't nothing. That wasn't basically nothing pretty much. And Cat Williams fired back at him and told him, like, you know what I'm saying? He had 12 specials or something like that, like, and he ain't got none. So it sounded to me like Faizon is doing a lot of talking, bro. But at the end of the day, like I said before, I'm not the type that wish bad luck on nobody, bro. But at the end of the day, you don't talk down on people just because you up. You know what I'm saying? God will show you what it's like to be back at the bottom. And I think that's what happened here. Like, you was up, you look down instead. Because my thought process is this, and this is what them young folks be talking about too, because it's a lot of this going on with these old heads mad at the young people. I had to work harder to get mine. So what? Ain't we supposed to be trying to make it easier for the future? That's what I would think anyways. We trying to make it easier for our kids, the youth, these younger guys out here. We supposed to be giving them the knowledge and teaching them. You know what I'm saying? Because I would think that's what I would have been trying to do. Like, hey, country, even if I feel like you don't have the knowledge, I'm finna go holler at Country Wayne, holler at them, and then see, because they might know something you don't know. Because reality is this, because the older you get, the more life it pass you up, bro. You know what I'm saying? They constantly create new stuff. So they might know something you don't know, and you might know something that they don't know. Then that's where y'all come together and try to learn. Or maybe you could come together and school the young cats. But instead of you coming together and try to schooling them, you know what I'm saying, on what to do and what not to do, you dogging them out. Now, they ain't broke, but you is. And you were just talking reckless a few years ago, bro. Yeah, bro. Be mindful how you treat other people, bro. That's my message to them, bro, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful how you treat people, bro. And always remember, the game gonna be the game.